96.1 DC Central New York's greatest hit, CCR there, down on the corner. Good morning. I'm Keith James. It's sunny and 67 on this Tuesday. And at this point yesterday, I was just announcing who won the Keith James All-Star Band bass chair. And today, at this very same time, I've got him on the phone lines. His name is Elliott Ciotti of the band Enemy Down. He's a busy guy, so I had to track him down, and luckily we got him on the phone here. So, Elliott, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
All right. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 30.
Man, you got a young face. You look like you're younger than 30.
Yeah.
You probably, you're like, yeah, I've heard that before 1,000 times. I saw your picture. I'm like, this guy's got to be just in college or something like that. But so congratulations. You're the bass player, man.
Hey, thank you. I'm excited.
You bet. So how did you first hear about the competition?
I actually saw it before I nominated the drummer for my band the last time you did it.
Oh, yes. You know about it already then. Okay.
Yeah. One of the guys that puts on a lot of shows in the area shared it on the page, said he nominated me for it.
And
whatever
poof,
happened.
Here you are.
Yeah. Surprising.
Yeah.
I did not see it coming, honestly.
It's much more sweeter for you then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your last name is very familiar to us. We know your brother Joel. So he played with Joey.
Yeah, he's a music man.
It's in the blood, right? So tell us about your musical background, man. How'd you get started playing bass or whatever it was you started with and bring us up to now?
I grew up with it. You know, all my uncles, they all showed my older brothers how to play, and I remember as a kid they would bring over instruments and hand everybody an instrument, and whoever could pick it up, didn't matter if they could play or not, just jamming around in a circle, and I grew up watching that and always wanted to jump in, so that kind of gave me inspiration to learn how to start playing, and everything I ever did, I wanted to show it to them, and hey, look, I can play this too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So why the bass?
Well, actually, that's funny. I started out on the guitar. I've been playing guitar since as long as I can remember.
Okay.
And me and my other friends started a band, and we both were playing guitar. And we're like, all right, one of us has got to play bass. And we drew straws, and I lost.
No.
So,
well, I'll bet you he's not all that happy about that now because you got the all-star band bass spot.
Right. I'm happy with it now, but at the time, I really wanted to be a lead guitar player. I still dabble and play mainly acoustic or on the flyer, but as far as bands go, I'm a bass player since 1995. I got my first bass.
God, 95 seems like forever ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Going, that was like a good 15 years ago, wasn't it? Or 20? Wait.
20.
Oh, my God.
I'm horrible at math, so don't ask me.
Yeah, me too, man, especially on the spot. I'm like, okay, carry the 2. It's not happening. So who are some of your musical inspirations, man, besides your family, of course?
I literally listen to everything. I grew up listening to, all the old good stuff, the Beatles and Cat Stevens and all this stuff, and then Bela Fleck and everything from bluegrass to country and Johnny Cash and all that stuff. And I grew up in the 90s, so I got to have the old Nirvana and Pro Jam and all that stuff. As of recently, I listen to a lot of acoustic-driven music as well, so literally everything. It's hard for me to pinpoint.
Well, let me pinpoint one for you because you said Bela Fleck just now. I went and saw those guys at the Turning Stone like some years back. It might have been in the 90s.
I was probably there. Yeah, I went to that.
The name Victor Wooten, of course.
Victor Wooten,
and oh my God, I had no idea what bass playing was before I saw that show.
He's an amazing bass player. I love watching him play.
Yeah, man. I looked at my buddy. We just looked at each other. We're like, what in the world are we watching right now? Then, of course, Future Man, and, of course, Bela Fleck himself, my God, on the banjo. We should probably add a banjo category to,
right.
to the All-Star Band, Well, you're going to fit in perfectly with us then in October, man. Holy cow.
I'm so excited.
October 23rd is going to be the date, so hopefully you got that free from the calendar of Enemy Down then, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I already told the guys, and I got a bunch of people already taking the day off, so...
Taking the day off? Really?
Yeah.
Well, they might want to take the day off after the show.
Yeah, right?
So
maybe
they can recover.
Better.
Yeah. Tell us more about your band Enemy Down, man, because they're invited to play, by the way, this night, too.
They actually have been together since 2007 and had some issues with the bass player, and I used to jam with the drummer back a long time ago, and he invited me to play in about 2009, and I've been jamming with them ever since. We play some covers and mostly original band. And
how would you classify your genre?
That's also tough. We are big influenced on classic and 90s alternative. Try to put it in a category, I'd say it would be like if 90s alternative modern rock.
That's cool, man.
A modern twist on old nostalgic music that I used to listen to anyways.
Well, the guys are invited to play a set before the All-Star Band takes the stage, if that's cool. Would they be willing to do that, you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That'd be awesome.
So what do you do in your spare time when you're not picking up the bass or the guitar?
I spend a lot of time with my family, and got a big Italian family, so we're always cooking something or jamming around the fire. Music is a big part of my life.
So you pretty much live, eat, and breathe, eat being the key word for music there.
Yeah. That's actually, I compare it to hunger to a lot of people. You know, if I don't do it, I don't feel right.
Yeah, man, it's like sleep or eating, or you got to have it, man. Otherwise, you can't function properly.
Exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to functioning with you, and I'm not going to do the math again, but it's a couple months away. But I'm looking forward to meeting you. I've never met you before, man. So we're just going to get together and just see what happens. We're not even going to rehearse or nothing. We're just going to throw a bunch of songs together and boom, let it fly.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, Elliott Ciotti of the band Enemy Down is your Keith James All-Star Band bassist, and we'll be looking forward to jamming with him October 23rd on the deck at Cavallo's. Of course, we're probably going to be a little chilly, so we'll have to close the deck off a little bit there. But we're looking forward to having a great second annual Keith James All-Star Band. Elliott, thanks for your time, man.
Hey, not a problem.
All right, and if you'd like to nominate your favorite guitar player, we're taking nominations for guitar guys now, and girls too, at 961-WWZ.com. I already saw one girl fly through the nominations list, so we'll see what happens with that. So we're going to form the band. Elliott's your first guy on bass, a question mark for guitar player, drummer, singer, and another keyboard player too. So we can't wait to put this whole thing together for you. Enter Elliott Ciotti's name online right now at 961-WWZ.com. He's your person of interest today, and he could help you to win a $5,000 in cold hard cash, or maybe even that Stampede to the Dome Syracuse football package we're giving away. So that's a couple of things inside the Classic Awards Club which you might be able to win if you're a Classic Awards Club member. So thanks, Elliott, for the time, and on to the guitar player we go. I'm Keith James, all done for the day. CJ on his way with some Beatles, Grand Funk, and Eagles. I'm going on vacation. I'll see you next week.